Hello everybody, welcome. We are here today at Hollywood Studios because we are going to be trying out the Sci-Fi Dine-In Restaurant, which is a 50s style drive-in movie themed restaurant here at Disney World. We're going to show you what it's all about. We're going to show you the interior, the whole dine-in, drive-in experience, the menu, the food. We're going to do a full review, so stay tuned. This is a really cool restaurant if you're looking for a place to eat at Hollywood Studios. Right behind me is the Sci-Fi Dine-In Restaurant. It is a really cool space when you go inside. It's basically set up kind of like a soundstage, but it's also like a drive-in. So you actually get into your own drive-in vehicle and you order the food. There's a big giant screen in front of you where they've got classic films playing, which is really cool. You've got sort of the old car hop style waiters and waitresses coming and taking your order. There's an actual concession stand in the back. There's little picnic tables you can actually sit at as well. So it's a really cool spot. It is something that you need a reservation for. You can do walk-up, but I haven't seen a lot of success in people going up and doing walk-up here. So you definitely want to get a reservation ahead of time. But again, it's a 50s style drive-in experience where you can actually eat. And they've got some really cool food here like burgers, pasta. So we're going to take a look at it, but it's a really cool space. And our reservation is just about ready, so I think we're going to head on inside. Let's take a look at how cool this place is. Just wait until you see it. There's a lot of subtle nuances as you walk in. Some of the things that are on the walls. Again, it's kind of like old world Hollywood soundstage. So there's some cool things in there. It's not just a drive-in experience. So I'll sort of point some of those things out as we go. How cool is this place behind me right here? I can't really talk that loud because honestly, it's a little quiet in this dine-in restaurant. I would have thought it would have been a lot louder in here because it's a drive-in and there's a movie playing in the background. So, I mean, you can kind of see back there. But it's actually really quiet in here and it's a little bit awkward when it comes to like even having conversation at your table because we're actually in a car with two other groups of people. So it's a 6-person car, 2 by 2 by 2. It's 3 rows. There's 2 people in front of us that are not with us. There's 2 people behind us that are not with us. So we're kind of right in the middle. And nobody's talking. And the movie's not very loud. So it's just kind of almost feels like you're like in an elevator. You know how when you get in an elevator and you don't talk and everyone's just kind of awkwardly quiet? That's kind of how it feels right here. And the movies that are on the screen aren't like the most super engaging movies. And everybody's just kind of quiet. So it's kind of interesting. Now overall the restaurant though is a cool vibe. You can kind of see it behind me, all these different cars. Now they do also have cars for large parties. So they actually have cars that are, it's sort of like the front of a car and it's the back of a car and then it's like a table in between. So you can actually see like 8 to 10 people at it. So that's good. And then they also have small little umbrella tables at the back. In case you're not comfortable sitting in the car, you can get one of these little umbrella tables, which I think seats 4 people around like a little circle. So that's kind of cool too. But overall, the visual appearance inside the restaurant is really cool. It's got sort of this like starry background and starry sky. And it really does make you feel like you're at a drive-in, which I really dig. I think it's really cool. Check out these little speakers here, just like the old school drive-ins. One of the other things that I noticed is that each car has a different license plate. They all have different, completely different license plates from different states. Like I see California, I see Nevada. They all say 1955 Disney on the back of them, but then they have all different license plates. All the cars are different colors. They all have little taillights and headlights and things like that. It's just really like a neat vibe. I do love the little concession stand in the back as well. It's really cute. I think it would be even cooler if you could actually go back there and buy stuff. You can't. It's really just a window into the kitchen, but it looks cute. But honestly, so far, the biggest complaint I have is just how quiet it is. I thought it would be a lot louder. I feel like the movie either needs to be a lot louder. Well, actually, I really just think that's probably it. The movie just needs to be a lot louder because it's just so quiet in here. It's the quietest Disney restaurant I've ever been to in my life. So I guess if you want to come and chill, this is a good place for it. But the movies aren't like good. It's not like it's not like they're playing like Frozen on the screen, right? It's just like these old black and white or like really early cartoons and things like that. So they're not like super interesting to watch. But then you also feel like you can't really talk that much because if some people are actually trying to watch the movie, you don't want to be like super loud. So I don't know how this review is going to go. We're going to try and talk about the food, but I don't want to interrupt other people's experiences. So we'll probably just try to do it really quietly. I'll show a little bit of the food, but we may have to do more of the talking when we actually get outside after we do the experience and kind of give our review. Because again, I don't want to disrupt other people's experiences. I'm actually in the back corridor right now, which is where you come in, which again, I think it's really cool because like it almost feels like you're behind the scenes at like a soundstage, at like a movie stage. And it's got all this like cool little paraphernalia, or I don't know what the word is. But it's got all this really cool like old Hollywood posters, and it's got some, I don't know, this has like little bugs in it. I don't know what these are supposed to be, but a lot of the stuff that's here is like horror, like old horror movies like Dracula and Frankenstein. It's got little props right here, like this is like a little prop ray gun, so there's a lot of like space shows that I've seen on too. I'm gonna go back to the table and try to talk about what we actually ordered as best we can without it being too awkward. All right, let's take a look at the menu. So we are here for dinner. I think dinner and lunch are pretty much the same food items. They do have some appetizers. They've got like onion rings. They've got crispy chicken strips, fried dill pickles, island cake. I don't know. Sci-Fi wedge salad. And then the entrees, they have a couple of burgers. They got the barbecue burger and they have a classic American burger, which does have bacon on it. Yum. Feature film burger. Please ask your car hop about our newest feature. I'll have to ask about that. Salmon burger, oven roasted turkey breast, buffalo chicken salad. They got a couple of pastas, chicken and salmon. An Impossible burger. And then the three desserts that I noticed, they have a donut, they have a sci-fi candy bar, which I think is what they're known for, and then they have a hot fudge sundae. And then they also have a cookie shake. I've seen a lot of people with the shakes at their table. This is a plant-based milk and cookies with coconut whipped cream. Chicken strips, beef and mac and cheeseburger for kids. And then they do have a couple other milkshakes. They have the Oreo cookie, chocolate, and vanilla milkshake as well.
I got the Pan-Seared chicken pasta without tomatoes. It does come with tomatoes, onion, and spinach with a lemon butter sauce. I got everything on it but the tomatoes just because I don't like them. It sounds really good to me. It comes with a garlic crostini. I think that's how you call it? How you say it? Yeah, a garlic crostini. So I guess garlic bread. So I'm excited because I'm starving. And it was $24, which, I mean, that's typical Disney if you're going to sit down at a restaurant and get an entree. So hopefully it's pretty good size for $24, but it probably will be.
I ended up just getting the classic American burger. It has cheese, it has lettuce, tomato. It says a marinated heirloom tomato on a brioche bun. It has bacon, Applewood-smoked bacon. What I did not see on there is pickles, which is always a colossal disappointment for me when burgers don't have pickles, and then it just comes with fries. They did say for an upcharge I could get onion rings, and I ended up just getting the fries, and this is $20 for the burger and fries. Try to get a quick scan of our seat. Got it. See this little... I mean, I'm going to be honest and say this is not a seat made for the full-figured man.
It's tiny.
It's really
Kind of makes me feel claustrophobic.
very tiny. I like my one leg is literally like in the aisle out here because it's the only way I can get some semblance of feeling like I'm not in a cage. Our food finally came. I have this gigantic burger. I'm gonna give it a rip. She already tried her pasta. How was it?
It was really good.
Wait, say what's in the pasta again, because I already forgot.
Spinach, onions. You can get tomatoes. I didn't. Chicken, pasta, lemon butter sauce, and a garlic crostini, whatever.
How's the chicken?
I'm weird about chicken, so it was fine. He tasted it and he thought it was good. I just didn't even like the way it looked, so I didn't eat it.
Yeah, I tried the chicken. I thought it was good. It wasn't rubbery. It wasn't slimy, fatty, wiggly. I thought it was good. I actually thought it was well done, like overcooked for my taste, which she would normally like. But she said she didn't eat it because of the way it looked. Did you even taste it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, and it was busted.
Yeah, I didn't.
She didn't like it. I thought it was fine. It didn't have a lot of flavor though.
Yeah.
I feel like your whole dish didn't have a lot of flavor when I tasted
That's
it.
probably why I liked it. I don't like pastas that have a ton of flavor. Like I like that it was. I like the taste. So.
Yeah. My burger's actually pretty solid.
Your fries look good.
Yeah, the fries are really good.
She's in St. Louis.
They're like thick cut fries. They have some sort of seasoning on
Yeah,
them.
it's good. Whatever it is.
I can't really even tell because there's literally a kernel of light in this entire restaurant.
And the only reason there's light on us right now is because of this.
Literally, we have a flashlight on us. I feel like you could turn the flashlight off. I can see better.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Now we're not so white. But that's not because there's any light in this restaurant. It's because this camera is really good.
Yeah. It's actually
Like-
darker than it
Like,
looks.
if I look at you with my actual eyes, I can't even see you. But in the camera, it looks like daytime. But I can't, I literally cannot see my food. So we can actually talk a little bit louder now because everyone in our car left.
He better hurry up and finish this because I'm going to eat all his fries if he doesn't.
Yeah. So again, it was like super awkward.
I didn't think so. I was fine.
Well, no, I mean it was super awkward because no one was talking.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just dead quiet in this entire restaurant. Nobody's talking. I don't even think anyone's enjoying themselves. I think they're all just like miserably waiting for our food and being like, is this movie ever going to be over because it's horrible?
It is horrible. They should have Disney movies on it here, and they don't. I saw Tom and Jerry on a second ago.
Yeah, it
And
does.
now
Now there's a hot dog on the screen. I mean, it just keeps rotating every 3 or 4 minutes to some other busted movie that's not any good.
Oh, this is a commercial.
This is, let's go out to the lobby. This is that standard drive-in. You know what? I'm just gonna show it. So yeah, I feel like that's the actual hot dog movie that's in the movie Grease. Isn't that the thing that's on in the Grease when they're at the drive-in? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, my burger's really pretty good. It's really thick. It's a thick burger. I don't actually like thick burgers, so for me, it's I don't want it quite as thick, but it is a good burger. And the bun is pretty solid. The bacon's nice and crispy, and there's a good amount of bacon on it. It does have a house-made sauce on it, which I can't figure out what it is. Because normally when people say a special sauce, it's Thousand Island dressing.
Every time.
It's always Thousand Island. This isn't. It is still kind of a mayonnaise base, but it almost tastes like it has paprika or maybe a little bit of salty, spicy seasoning or something in it. I don't know. It's pretty good though. But again, There's no pickles on this thing. I'm sorry. You can't have a classic American burger without pickles. For me personally, I know some people hate pickles, but for me, I need pickles. I should have asked for them. I don't even know if they have them because I didn't see them even on the menu anywhere. But overall, it's a decent burger. I think my food at the end of the day, $20 for a burger and fries, is a bit overpriced. But for Disney, it's reasonably priced. Your pasta, I thought was okay.
Yeah.
Flavor-wise. I actually thought the chicken was decent.
I don't
She
think
didn't
it's
like
worth $24.
I don't think so either.
$12.99.
But yeah, I mean overall,
It's good. You pay for the
it's decent.
ambiance. I am freezing. He's not. I've been freezing the whole time. I
yeah,
think it's cold in here.
I'm surprisingly not cold at all. We finished eating. We're still here in the Sci-Fi restaurant. This is sort of like the entrance to the Sci-Fi restaurant, but it's closed now, so there's really nobody around. But again, I do think the ambiance of the place is cute. I do like the ambiance. I think it's a cool concept.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I probably wouldn't eat here again. It's probably one of my least favorite Disney restaurants. The food was just mediocre.
Yeah.
And, expensive, because that's how Disney is. I expect that. But if the food's good, I'll eat there again. But for me, honestly, the biggest downside for me just was the experience.
Yeah.
I just honestly don't love the experience here. I feel like the fact that I'm in a car, which I thought would be cool, ended up not being really cool because it's like very tight.
Yeah, it's small. I was claustrophobic.
Yeah, and then she couldn't really get out to go to the restroom unless I got up, and I mean, which isn't that big of a deal, but it was kind of like it just was so tight in there, and then
the service was bad.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the service. We were here for a while. I mean, all we got no appetizers, no specialty cocktails or drinks or milkshakes or desserts or anything. All we did was just sit down, order a Diet Coke and an iced tea, and a burger and a pasta. And we were here over an hour and a half.
In that tiny car, so I was like feeling claustrophobic. I was like, let me out.
And like, I mean, when you're at Disney, you kind of want to eat and get back to the action. So, and to me, it's almost like the park's actually closed now.
Yeah.
So like there wasn't even that many people in there either. So I don't understand what was happening, but it felt very slow.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want my dinner interactions to be longer. Like if I'm at Tusker House or like Chef Mickey or something, that's like a longer experience and I expect the characters and all that. But I think a lot of times when I come to eat at Disney, I want to get the experience and I want to get out it. I want to get back to the action, and it just was really slow.
Yeah.
How was your iced tea? You said something about the iced tea.
It was like water. I mean, it was fine. I can drink it that way, but it was like, it even looked like water.
Yeah, when it came to the table, it looked like dishwater. Like not even like good, like light dishwater.
Yeah.
It was almost clear. And she said it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
I really just can't get past the fact that it was so non-interactive in there. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I feel like you couldn't do anything besides sit there in silence, stare at your phone maybe whisper something to the person next to you. It was so quiet in there. It was kind of awkward. It definitely did not encourage like conversation.
Yeah.
It's not set up in a way that if you're here with a party of people to actually have conversation, because you'd be talking to the backs of each other's head. I think if you got one of the tables in the middle for a larger party, it's much more conducive to conversation. But also, it's so quiet in there, you won't want to have a conversation because you feel awkward. And if you're here with like kids, like, again, it just doesn't, you don't feel like you're with your family or you just feel like you're kind of like with whoever's right next to you and you can't really talk. And it's, I honestly have a lot of negatives for this restaurant. I mean, I could keep going and
I
going.
like the ambiance. I think it's cute.
I think it looks cute. I don't know. I just have a lot of bad things to say about this restaurant. It's just overall, I don't dig the layout. The ambiance looks cute. It's just not executed in a way that I feel like it just doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
I felt anxious.
Yeah, I don't dig it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it besides the fact that it just feels off. So I would say overall, I would definitely do something else. Do something else. There's a lot better places than this restaurant, I think. So that's all we've got for you. We're going to get out of here. Mostly because I'm tired of having to be quiet. I'm tired of being in here. I'm tired of having to be quiet because I feel like I'm still having to whisper and there's no one even around and we're in the front. But thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this full food review of the Sci-Fi Dine-In Restaurant. Let us know if you think we're wrong or if you love it here. Maybe we're missing something. I'd love to know. Oh, by the way, I did see some people with the desserts, and I didn't see anybody eating the desserts. So people got like the candy bar thing that they got, and I didn't see anybody finishing it. I don't know if it's any good, but third-party perspective of me watching other people, it probably wasn't that great because nobody was really eating them. So anyhow, thanks again for joining us. We'll have another great episode for you tomorrow. Again, comment below and tell us if we're wrong, if we're missing something about this. But until tomorrow, the noble way
Is the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.